Hi guys, how's it going? Fresh week. You know, I always love Mondays. I love Mondays. I've always been like this. Monday, I always see it as a reset, as a day to start the week right, and to infuse as much positive energy into the week as possible. And if you're doing the 60-day challenge with me, if you're part of my group, if you just tuned in, so I put my intention out to you that today may it attract so much abundance for the week. Say a blessing on your Monday morning, say a blessing on your Sunday night. Always come to a new week with the idea something new and good and wonderful is about to happen to me. It's going to be better than I expect. Something amazing is about to happen. Today, Monday, I'll infuse as much energy into this day as to kickstart the rest of my week, as for the universe to return to me the energy that I'm putting in today, to return to me in the form of beautiful surprises, of beautiful manifestations and beautiful things happening to me, unexpected things. Welcome. If you've just started the manifestation, please catch up with as many lives as you can that I posted on YouTube. I looked at how many we have, and we have about 40 or 50 of them. You know, take your time, listen to it in the car, listen to it when you do your makeup, but I think there's some important concepts in there that, I discussed as they come up. And I think that's beneficial for everybody who's on this path. Look, the mind needs to be reprogrammed in order for you to take back control over your life. The mind needs to be reprogrammed, and you shouldn't expect for this to be an easy task for you or for your mind. For you in terms of discipline, for your mind in terms of acceptance. It doesn't want to be reprogrammed. Can we manifest anything without action? No, inspired action is part of manifestation. So it's intention, it's attention on the intention, and taking inspired action. But action is nothing that you can think about that you're supposed to do as you're thinking about it now. Right? So if I want, my dream job, my mind is thinking, or let's say a specific job, my mind is thinking, I have to go on LinkedIn, I have to look for that job, I have to apply. That's not inspired action. That's you trying to figure things out. So the way manifestation works is you plant the seeds in your mind about what your life will become. You give your mind a deadline by which these things are supposed to happen. And then you take inspired action on everything that feels good and right and pops up in your life. That's the short format of it. The long format is you have to do the work on this every day. How often do I script? Every day. Lisa says my playbacks on previous lives have been helpful and she will watch them for the rest of the week. Yeah, Lisa's new to our work. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything just to start, So I just didn't even get into the admin elements of our work. Oops. So far, let me just position this properly. All right, so if you are part of our group or not, it doesn't matter. You're welcome to join. We're talking about mindset and manifestation. I don't believe in manifestation done, with magic, with a K. I think that's possible, but it doesn't produce the lasting results, okay? Manifestation for me is all about changing your mind about who you are, changing your mind about the way the world works, and bringing everything favorable to you by this mindset switch about how things are supposed to happen. You have to understand that what you think about the way the world works has been programmed into you, and it is up to you whether or not you accept that programming. So this is what I'm all about. My Facebook group is for those who are doing the 60-day challenge. If you're doing the 60-day challenge, please do subscribe to the Facebook group for the 2 months you're doing the challenge. It's like $4 a month for just admin costs. But I want everyone who's doing the challenge to join, and then you can unsubscribe if you no longer want to be part of it. But most people, for some reason, decide to stay on. It's very inspirational to be part of a group that keeps manifesting everything. I will change up my YouTube content to include more videos. I posted a new video today. It was like a 10-minute video on why the SP goes back and forth and he keeps coming back. And I found that's too long as a video for my TikTok, even though TikTok allows me to do 10-minute video, but I find that my content on TikTok has to be like under 3 minutes in order, it's just the nature of TikTok. And if you guys want a longer version and longer explanations, I'll put those on YouTube. So on YouTube we'll have other videos than just this my short format TikTok. I did a video today because a queen, I've been working with her, and she's been back and forth with this person that she's, an SP, she's manifesting him and he's coming back. And when she changes her behavior, he's coming back. But, he ends up giving her the same behavior as soon as she reverts back and has a trigger from her old self. And the summary of this video, but I think everybody should watch it, but the summary of this video I did for her, I was like, only you know if you actually want to change or not, right? So wanting to change should not be done for a man. It should not be done to attract a man. You should want to change your inner being as a woman and your value and your appreciation for yourself, because you are convinced that will bring to you better results, better men, better behavior from your existing men, or things like this. You should not change in order to attract him. If you change in order to attract him, you're not going to be able to sustain that change. You know what I mean? So the moment you have a trigger from the past, like it happened to her, he was like, whoa, okay, yeah, I always knew you were a little nuts, right? Like, so basically he's reminded, yeah, this is why I never committed to her, because for 3-4 years, she gave me this behavior, and now I like her more and stuff, but she reminds me of her. So you gotta be very, very, very consistent for a long amount of time. And what does that mean? That means you actually have to make the change. The change has to be real. It's not a game. You're not playing it. You're not playing a role. It's actually you that's changing. The only way to do that is via long-term work, like the work we're doing on ourselves here. I put a question to my Facebook group, which is, again, it's people who are doing my 60-day challenge. And I put a question as to, what do you feel is the most improved area of your life from doing this work with us? And I really like the responses, and I'm only going to paraphrase some of them, with keeping them anonymous. But, self-confidence and love, and I reject the things I don't want without guilt. I refuse to settle. I'm accepting that I'm worthy and deserving of things. Somebody else says, my mindset, which is the foundation of all areas and the things that will improve it all. Somebody else says, my faith. Now I can see it is so easy for me to trust more and more in the field, and that infinite intelligence knows better, and I'm just relaxed. Somebody else says, I've changed a lot from the inside in the relationship department. My self-esteem has become above the high level. I feel completely comfortable with myself. Before, there was always an obstacle that prevented me from feeling bad about myself, as it was religiously forbidden. Belief in the universe has become stronger than before. I have completed 33 days. It's a great achievement. I'm ready to receive and let it come easy. So I want you guys to understand, if you're doing this work, there will be a portion of this work where you will be just planting. Do not do the work for 3-4 days. Where's my SP? Where's my Mercedes? No. You have to do a lot of self-work in changing your vibration. I keep going here. Overwhelming peace all the time. I no longer react. I found the true meaning of a sound mind. It's so worth it. Somebody else says, having a much deeper understanding has made the most difference in my life. Being able to reject the things that I don't accept has been amazing. Somebody else says, I am in an almost constant state of peace. Some repressed emotions have surfaced, and I have realized that it's okay to feel them, and I may release them. I feel so much lighter. Somebody else says, self-love and self-respect. Somebody else says, breaking through my limiting beliefs has enabled me to become less reactive in a turbulent situation and completely change the dynamic. I've had someone completely change their mindset after I changed my own. Yes, people in your life will mirror exactly what is happening to you. Somebody else says, my moods are much more stable. I feel a lot of joy and peace on a daily basis. I can see that my body is relaxed, and it has been consistently for 2 months now since I've been doing the work. Somebody else says, I have become much more connected to my feminine energy, more compassionate and understanding, more empathetic. Somebody else says self-love and compassion, and it keeps going on, right? Like, I got tons of comments on how this work is changing people. Again, these are the people who are doing the 60-day challenge, which is available in my bio. I am there to support you guys. I come on this lives for TikTok. I'll do 2 days a week, Mondays and Thursdays. And then I'll do a separate section, like a separate live for my Facebook group, because I want to go more deeper and more personal with them. That's the first one. Will be, I'll announce it on the Facebook. It will be this week. I did a poll and asked my Facebook group, when would you like this live to be? Like Wednesdays, Monday afternoon or Wednesday at 11 a.m. because I have people from all over the world, right? So the time zones is a problem. And I got the results were 50-50. Like some people prefer Monday later in the day after work, and some people prefer, Wednesday mornings because of the time zone. And I think because it's 50-50, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to do one session 11, and then I'm going to do it bi-weekly, and then the next time I will do it in the afternoon. But I won't post these sessions because I want people to feel comfortable to become more personal on the lives. So I'll take up more personal questions. Hi. This is a great time. At this time is great. 5 p.m. is my zone. Yeah. So Queen, this is what I have to do. I think I have to do one time for one time zone and one time for another time zone, just to be fair to everybody. I want to manifest a new car, says Darius. New car and objects in 3D are generally easy to manifest. I have a couple of videos on manifesting these things. Let's see. I want to go back a little bit just to stop. I've been speaking nonstop for 15 minutes, so I just want to make sure. Recommend the Facebook group. It's a fast start because it's collective. Yeah, a lot of people. Well, the whole work that I'm doing is based on the fact that a group energy has much higher energy and propelling energy than just one person alone trying to do this thing alone, or getting a program and doing it alone. Hi, Mona. Let's see. I really tried hard. I think I'm often confusing inspired action with thoughts and minds. Okay, I don't think I missed anything. I'm from Greece. Okay, so let's keep going here. I talked about how my YouTube content is. Please subscribe to my YouTube if you haven't already. I'll put longer format videos there other than my lives. Scammers, I want to mention on every lives, I have scammer accounts that are pretending to be me on TikTok and offering people readings or what have you. They've stolen some of my videos somehow. They downloaded them. And I can't do anything about them. I reported 2 of them. TikTok is like, oh, this content does not violate. It wasn't the content that I reported, but they don't get it. So I can't do anything about it. I just don't focus on it. And just be mindful with any creator you follow online. If they get to a certain number of audience, they will have scammer accounts. Just so you know, this is my only manifestation account, and I am looking to trim some of the content on my relationship account, and I'll make it public again. I just want to make it more aligned with sort of these teachings as well. So it will be available maybe later this week because I put it on private for now. But I think I have valuable content there for a lot of people who are dealing with relationship issues. I'm talking a lot about masculine, feminine dynamics there as well. So that may be of help to women, because I've counseled women and talked to women. Once they increased their feminine side, they saw really nice results in their relationships. All right, where were we? At the new manifestation, I launched a new public manifestation for everybody who wants to participate. It includes a declaration to a certain date. The date is October 14th, because I gave everyone 30 days to do this. And the idea is you're going to manifest an extra $2,000 from a source that you're not thinking of right now. Okay, so this source, it cannot be like from your job, it can be from your job if it's an unexpected $2,000 bonus, right? But it cannot be your regular paycheck is $2,000 and hey, you manifested $2,000, or it cannot be, somebody paying you back $2,000 because they borrowed $2,000. So it has to be from just extra money. Think of it as extra money. And I got a few hundred people to commit that they do it. I liked how some people phrase some of their affirmations in that video. They were saying, I'm perfectly capable of manifesting this. I'm doing it. you know, and other people were like, yes, I can do this, you know, but some people was like, no, I get whatever I want. So this is easy for me, right? So if you go through some of these comments, you can see who's like really rooted in the belief they can do everything they want and they have free will to exercise here. If you want to join my 60-day challenge, is in my bio. If you join it, join the Facebook group for 2 months as well. Then you can cancel the Facebook group. But it's much more intense with the Facebook group. In the Facebook group, by the way, guys, I do not allow anything emotional. Some people are, if you're submitting something like, oh, I'm feeling very emotional since doing this work, well, it's just triggering for other people. Everyone's feeling emotional. A lot of our limiting beliefs are coming up to the surface. And, you know, that's the point of the work. The point of the work is to deal with what comes up, but we're not going to make the other people in the group deal with what comes up specifically for you. So in the Facebook group, I only allow stories about manifestations, either our group manifestation or your personal manifestations coming to pass. I allow pictures of manifestations. You know, I allow success stories. I allow questions about my material if you guys weren't clear about certain things. But I do not allow, I'm feeling emotional, I found this limiting beliefs. And I also, I have a dream pin, which is really fun for whoever likes to read other people's dreams. People are having crazy dreams while doing my 60-day challenge. I am having really crazy dreams as well. So my dreams have pretty much always been vivid. But since I've been doing this work very consistently since last fall, they have been incredibly guiding and bringing forward limiting beliefs, but also showing me what I need to do as next step, right? So just this weekend, I had a dream, like I have a friend that we ghosted each other. It's a woman. We ghosted each other a long time ago, right? So we never had that final conversation on really what went wrong between us. So I'm having this dream this weekend that I accidentally called her and she accidentally picked up and she's like, hello. And in this dream, I swear to you guys, like it was like a real conversation. And I told her very coherently, very fluently, everything that bothered me. And she was responding. That's the thing. She wasn't just listening. She was responding and she was telling me her point of view. And the whole conversation seemed like a 20-minute conversation. When I woke up, I couldn't believe that was a dream. You know, because for me, what happened is this issue inside of me was resolved. Right? So even though I have no inclination and no intention to call her in real life and do this, my subconscious saw that this was a block for me somehow. It's something unresolved and just resolved it for me. And this puts me, like for me personally, at a new level inside myself, because nothing like this has ever happened to me in a dream before. To have a very coherent conversation in which I said everything I wanted to say to a person that, you know, has hurt me and maybe she thinks I have hurt her. And, you know, to have this person respond. So I'm really thinking this was sort of our higher selves have met in the dream space and have resolved the situation. It was just amazing and so vivid, so coherent. I still remember what I said in that dream. And it was exactly what I would say in the real life. It just like completely blew my mind. But you see, that's sort of the next level that you will go to when you're doing this work. Oh yeah, first is, your subconscious and your dreams will show you your limiting beliefs, your fears, everything. And then it will be like, okay, well, if she's not going to resolve them in real life, I'm going to resolve it for her. Yeah, because the information that I give my subconscious of being loved, chosen, and everything, it's now penetrated through. So my subconscious is like, yeah, but this doesn't correspond to this memory of this, you know, there's something there that I need to resolve in order to make this true, you know, and I expect this will happen with other things. But, people are having crazy dreams. And guys, if you're part of a Facebook group, do read the dream pin. It's very interesting to see that you're not alone having vivid dreams. I am a vivid dreamer and no dream since the challenge. Yeah, Lisa, we talked about this before, I think. Your brain will shut down for a bit when it realizes this work is for real. Your subconscious, remember, it doesn't want to change. Your mind doesn't want to change. It wants to keep status quo. So as you're doing this work and it's getting this new information, it's like, no, it's like shut down, you know, like system error. For now, it will have to bend. So don't worry, you just started. Yeah, you can join the group if you don't speak English so well, if you understand it, because it's all written. If you understand me, you'll have no problem understanding the group. Let's see. You got your horses. We if you guys don't know who I am, like we manifest in a group, and I have these group challenges that I give people. We had a horse a while ago. And people manifest, but you know, there's people from the cities who never leave their apartment who manifested real horses into their experience. I find that fascinating. Let's see. Life is a dream too. 100% life is a dream. And if we become lucid in it, we'll be able to control it to a certain extent. To the same extent you're able to control your dream space when you become lucid. People who have lucid dreams will understand exactly what I mean. Like, you can control what happens to you, but you can't really control the whole background of it. Me awake. I can see the future. My dreams heal myself, make it happen. I like that. I feel like a brand new energy. 60-day challenge, taking it day by day. Yes. So the whole premise of the 60-day challenge. First of all, guys, this file, I told you it was inspired by an experience that I had. It was downloaded in my consciousness when I was in a deep meditation at the Dr. Joe Dispenza seminar, okay? I know it has energy in it. I can't talk too much about what the type of energy and what came through, but I knew for a fact I had to do this for a group of people and through the platform of a group of people to propel it forward, right? And I think this information at this time in the world is looking for every avenue to penetrate into our 3D experience, right? So this information on how to change, how to shift, how to create reality has been suppressed from us for millennia and has been kept only for a certain group of people that I'm sure exist in the world that know how to manipulate energy and events, not just via their billions of dollars and 3D power, right? Just they really understand these things, and they understand the implications of what would happen if everybody became awake and access this energy, because it's available for everybody to access. So that wouldn't be good for them, right? So I think, though, there's forces that have decided that the majority of the planet has to have this information, and it's coming through like crazy, right? It's just that the channel through which it's coming through to people who are open to it. And if that person doesn't know what to do with the information, right? Or if they take that information and being like, how can I use this information to win the lottery? And then they exclude the point of doing this work. The point of doing this work is giving it to others and spreading it as much as possible and helping people understand this is the way the reality works, and this is how they need to proceed in order to see any changes, right? So if whoever comes into this information doesn't do this, the information is taken away from them, or the effects that the information could have is taken away from them. So, you know, I understand this. I put it out there. I made it a nominal cost. I'm working with you guys. I'm showing up for everything. I answer a lot of emails. I can't answer everything, but I answer a lot of emails. I work with you one-on-one if you need it. And I'm just there to disseminate this information. Do not take my spreadsheet and give it to anybody. Do not try to take something away from me. That's the energy will work in reverse. Don't do it. But you definitely can share it, you know, with your husband, or if you want to give it, if you have, you know, a child who's, you know, let's say 18 or something like this, and you want to give it to them, I'm okay with that. Okay, I give you permission to do that, but don't send it to like 5 friends, or, you know, just direct them to my website. I should be compensated value for value. I'm providing value. You should give me a nominal value in return. I'm providing you inestimable value, actually. But anyways, I digress. New manifestation, the $2,000. Everybody's clear on that. I'm looking at my notes here because I make notes of what I want to talk to you about. Manifestation on the white doves. I don't know if you're not part of my group, you wouldn't have seen this, but I put out a manifestation of white doves about 4 weeks ago. And what happened is, I've never seen 2 white doves in my life, but the way I set this manifestation challenges is they come to me as images before the live. I sort of think about it. What should they manifest? Whatever image comes in my mind, that's what I tell you guys to do. So I have this like 2 white doves. I've never seen 2 white doves in my life. It's been 4 weeks. I've been looking for this 2 white doves everywhere because I'm like, I'm the one who set the manifestation. So I generally prove that I can do this manifestation anyways. I didn't even see two white birds. There's no way. Right? Or if I seen a white bird, it was not a dove and it was alone. And I was just, sort of pretty beside myself about this. Why did I see white doves? Where am I to see white doves, right? Letting go of the house. So this last weekend, actually, about 8 days ago, someone in my extended family passed away, unfortunately. And thank you for everybody who left condolences for me. It wasn't somebody I was very close to, but it was somebody who's been in my house several times. And I went to honor, the funeral and everything. She was only like in her early 60s, unfortunately. And as part of the funeral, they released, they were like, as they were about to lower the casket, they're like, okay, so now it's time to release the doves. And I'm like, what? And then I'm just like right there, like, I don't know, I want to say 25 feet from the casket because I was pretty up front. So, her small grandchildren go there, open a basket that I just noticed was next to the casket, and 2 white doves fly out of the basket in my direction and pass above my head. And, there was a photographer there, and maybe I'll ask for the photo, but I just find that kind of creepy. But in that moment, my skin went all like in goosebumps. I've seen this 2 white doves, which is the manifestation that I struggled so much to manifest. And in that moment, I couldn't help but think, did the universe orchestrate this circumstance? Because how much I insisted I get this damn doves, and I just, we don't control the how. We don't control the how, and there are implications. Yeah, but you see, Rita, when you say yes, definitely, it's a problem, right? I mean, did this person, I don't want to say it. I don't even want to think it. The universe had to orchestrate this for me to get the doves. I want to think that. No. Anyway. See, the implication is pretty profound, right? Yeah. I hope you're right, Lisa. I hope. Anyway, I got the doves. They flew right above my head. It was a very chilling moment. I don't think I'll ever forget that manifestation. So from now on, we'll manifest money, we'll manifest more fun stuff. I don't even know I did those birds. Or were we? I did a video on free will and intention because a lot of people are coming to me with questions on, I'm exercising my free will and I'm choosing my SP. Why isn't my SP with me? And I just want to make sure you guys understood the difference. If you haven't watched my video on free will and intention, you have to watch it, okay? And the idea is that free will is not choosing, saying yes or no to things that are happening day to day in our lives. Our free will is intending to where you want to be in this life. Okay, forget about the past because you can't change it. Yeah, okay, quantum physics, you can go back and have a different past. What's the point, right? It really is the future that we worry about. So intending to have a certain future, which is very different than the life you have right now, and being able to keep your attention on that future, irrespective of what life throws at you in the current moment, is what free will is. And I want you guys to understand that when you're thinking, you're saying yes or no to certain things, you're playing the same game, you're acting same script, the same movie, the same, it's just you, the current character, saying yes or no based on this is how you've always been. That's not free will. Free will is not letting life happen to you, right? It's, I intend to do X, and I'm gonna give my brain a realistic deadline by which I can do X. And that deadline may be a year in the future, right? Do something realistic that your brain can understand. And no matter what, this thing will come to me. Why? Because in my free will, I've chosen it. I've chosen it, and that's the only reality that can manifest, because that's the only reality that exists inside of me. And all of the other teachings on manifestations can be summed up in exactly this, right? When you assume you're that person, the law of assumption, the law of it, like it's all this. It's all this future will have no choice but to come, because I've intended it, and now my attention is on it. Nothing can distract me. But the point is, nothing should distract you while you're doing this. Let's see what I miss. Do you believe in writing is just as powerful as speaking? I constantly manifest by my vision board. Yeah, I think there's different types of manifestors. I think our 3D senses have, a lot to do. Whatever you're strongest in will manifest. There's people who don't really have too much ability to imagine, ability to visualize, and for them writing is extremely important, or speaking, writing and then reading it out loud. For some people, the images is enough. It's enough because that image invokes in you exactly the feeling and the thought process. And so when you don't speak against it, right? Because I always say the vision, the speech, and the feeling has to align, right? But if you're not going to speak it into existence, at least don't speak against it. I think if you speak against it, like if you envision yourself married, right? And then you feel married, you see your wedding dress, but then you say to your friends, because you're trying to act cool, oh yeah, but single life is actually really good. I wouldn't mind being single forever. I mean, if I find somebody, that's fine, but I wouldn't really mind, just like what's the big deal? All men suck anyways, right? So you're just spoken against. It's no point, you're not in alignment. You're not, just make sure you don't speak against it. Do you think scripting only works if you do it every day? No, but you should do it every time you feel like 3D has affected you. That would be the least amount of time you can do it. If you can write the story of your life one time, every day you wake up and you have this ingrained in your mind, and you know that no matter what happened today, you will get to that story of your life that you wrote. But if 5 things have happened today and this week, and by the end of the week, you forgot about the story that you wrote in this journal, and you're sort of back where having the same reactions, same triggers, then once a week is not going to work for you, right? You can, if you're on a high level of vibration, it's enough to write it one time, and it will happen as long as you can maintain that level of vibration. If you can't maintain it, the reason you have to do it every day, the reason you should have a practice that you do every day, because most people cannot maintain their vibration while going to work, while interacting with their mother, with their children, with their husband, with their boss, with their coworkers. This is why you have to do it every day, because it's a reset for yourself. And you should actually do it more than once a day. Part of my 60-day challenges, a lot of it is, print the premises, print the booster affirmations, have them everywhere, and just as you catch yourself falling back into 3D, it's like, no, that's not mine. That's just something that's happening in 3D, and I'm not accepting it. Let's see. Guys, thank you for the roses and the likes. I just want to make sure we're good here on everything. God, I need a better stand. But I'm not good at visualizing, but I can affirm. Yeah, exactly. So it just depends what type of manifestor you are. I'm also a very literal manifestor. If you're a very literal manifestor, I'm going to tell you that Neville's work will not work for you. If you guys are new to my channel, I've had a lot of mishaps with manifesting literally with Neville. If you want to hear about it, I have them in other videos. Neville is amazing, though. I don't know if you all already are familiar with his work. He's like the parent of the law of assumption, really. The first person who kind of spoke publicly about it. How would you start teaching your children about manifestation? You know what? I have to do a playlist for children. Let me write this down, because I did one video for children, like for parents of children. And then I've had so many requests to do more, but I think I need to break this down by age group, right? And then if your child is small, this is the one practice that you can do with them. If your child is, I would say, under the age of 7, okay? You can have them be in front of the mirror and say, who's that in the mirror? They're gonna say, me. And you're gonna say, well, that's not you, that's your reflection. And you know, you have to understand that the way life works is the same way, because this will be an easy visual for them to understand. Where we are now is we're in this reflection. We're in this reflection where whatever you do, whatever the person behind the mirror does, that's what's happening in real life. So they'll say, well, who's this person behind the mirror? And be like, well, that's your inner self. That's everything that is happening inside of you, right? The mirror is here, like you're inside. This is who you are. You're not this body. You're inside. You know, the way you feel, the way you think, all of that will be reflected back. And that works really well for smaller children. They will understand that. And spin it positively, right? Spin it positively into, if you have this positive feelings, you will attract this positive events. And then every time they attract a positive event, you're going to make them associate exactly that it happened because of their inner work, right? So you're going to say, because you said that, because you did that, or let's think about it. What is it that you said? What is it that you did? What is it that you felt that you made this happen, right? So never tell them it's a coincidence when something good happens, right? When something bad happens at that age, they will be too young to understand the role that the collective consciousness plays against their consciousness, because collective consciousness is against positive individual consciousness at this point in time. So they'll be too young to understand that. So that you'll need to downplay and say, this has nothing to do with you. This has to do with the world. This has nothing, like at that age, I'm saying like under 7. Later on, they'll be, old enough to understand it differently. That we're all contributing to collective consciousness, and you can actually avoid the effect of collective consciousness. Not 100% avoid it, but you will be able to avoid a lot of it just by keeping your inner vibration very different than the collective consciousness. But the power of the many is incredible. It's incredibly negative as well, right? Depending where the majority is. We're all energetic emitters, right? Both emitters and receivers. The moment you put yourself in receive mode, make sure you're not around negative people. If you're at the table, there's a lot of gossip, there's a lot going on, okay? That's not your time to put yourself in receptive mode. That's your time to transmit. Transmit your energy, like positivity, or get out of there. Get out of there, because I told you guys one time I went to a seminar and I was completely receptive, and it was like a business seminar, and within 10 minutes, I was finished. Like that energy just finished me. And I just had to walk out. I walked around downtown. I was fine within like another 15 minutes. I'm like, it was the people. The people is just aggressive, and that energy of, now I forgot to, ground myself and turn myself into 3D. And I was too receptive to that energy. It gave me a massive headache. So be careful around what is it that you allow when you're in receptive mode. And by the way, this is why it's so important that you set up your home life, your friendships, your personal life in a positive manner. Because if your whole personal life is listening to other people's problems, is listening to other people's negativity, is having 3 friends call you and you have to comfort them and agree with them about how men suck, how the economy sucks, how the political situation sucks, how the world is coming to an end, okay? Well, that's going to affect you a lot. So it's very, very important. It's sort of a hygiene of your energetic field that surrounds you. This is the point from where you are able or not able to manifest. Because if your energetic field is filled chock full of this debris, if anybody can call you and dump on you, okay, it's bad enough your boss can do it. It's bad enough you have to deal with crap, you have to deal with the job that you hate, that you go there, it's just, you're really selling yourself, you're selling your time, you're selling your life for it, right? Especially if you're in that situation that for now you have to make the sacrifices, You know, I understand. Like sometimes it's like that. But then when you come home, when you answer your personal phone, it cannot be negative. It cannot be. You're better off not having a relationship than having a relationship that takes from you, that leaves debris in your energetic field. You understand? I want people to understand. So start where you can control it for now, and slowly you'll be able to control the rest. At the end of the day, guys, I've said this a few times before. The same way you step into the shower, you take soap and you wash yourself, you shampoo your hair, and you're clean, right? Because you can't go to bed unclean. Well, you're going to do the same with your energetic body, right? You just can't wash it with soap and water, but you're going to be like, did I have an interaction today that I can let go of, either when I was driving or with my boss? I want to clear that. This person has nothing to do with me. I have nothing to do with their life. It's just a job I go to and I execute. It's not, I do not permit it to come here. I do not allow it. I'm cleaning it now. I'm intending that I'm pure, that in my home, they cannot live rent-free in my mind. They cannot. My boss cannot live rent-free in my mind. Nobody that I don't want in my life, that I might have to have in my life right now for a while, I'm not going to allow them to stay inside of me. That's the difference. It's a conscious choice. This choice has to be conscious all the time. What if you're married to a negative person? That's terrible. I feel for you. I can't give you advice. Well, I feel like I already did. Yeah, what do you do to clear someone close like a mother who is negative? There's a queen in this group. Are you still around? Are you still on the live? She was on the live. Who changed? She only even started to do this work with us like maybe a couple of weeks ago, and she changed her mother's behavior towards her. She was able to do that just by doing the 60-day challenge. Yes, you're there. Well, tell them it can be done. Tell them you can change people around you. I love your advice, resonates well. I'm glad. Let's see what else. Guys, I did a short because I saw this quotation that I saw it years ago, and I saw it again like a couple of days ago, and I wanted to do a little video on it. I put it on my YouTube, but it's basically, do not mistake things that are meant to happen for things that are meant to be. And this is not meant to be cheesy or anything, but it's really deep, because I want you to understand certain things need to happen to evolve your consciousness. Now, the whole game of life is about evolution of consciousness. I don't know if you guys understand that, right? So it's not about waking up, going to work. Like everything that you do in this life, you need to process. You need to learn how to process everything at a higher level than you did yesterday. Really, every day we're supposed to improve. The society tells you we're degrading over time, really, body and spirit and mind, but that's not what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to, as you get older, accumulate so much wisdom, disseminate this wisdom to others, and then have a clear mind as you leave this world, right? And what's happening right now, unfortunately, with our older generation is they're keeping them alive until they become vegetables, and they have really like nothing to offer in that vegetative state, if we're being honest, and it's undignified towards them. But anyways, that's a different topic, right? I'm telling you guys, what's supposed to happen is you're supposed to get better over time. But what happens when people get older? They get more beaten down by life. They have more relationships. Each relationship takes something rather than adds something to their lives. They have more people like draining them of energy, polluting their energy field. This is what happens to people, right? And it's unnatural. Okay, so when you come to me and say, oh, I want to, why did I meet him if I'm not supposed to be? You're supposed to meet certain people. Certain circumstances are meant to happen to evolve you, to bring you to the next level. Okay, this doesn't mean they're meant to be with you forever. They're meant to be with you. It's fine to let go. As long as you know each day of your life is only going to be better than the previous day, then you have nothing to worry about. And that's sort of the promise that exists in the Bible, right? Like your future days will be better than your former days. It's a promise, right? It's I'm sure it's in other scriptures as well. You're supposed to feel better and better as you go through life. Okay? So I wanted to make sure you guys understood what that was all about. And I see I have a lot of comments here, so, oh my God, we're almost done. I didn't even do anything I wanted to do from the material. I felt like I had a lot to say this Monday. The 60-day challenge is available in my bio. If you decide to do it, join the Facebook group for the 2 months. We go from glory to glory, yeah, or God will take you from glory to glory. I like that as well. I like there's so much esoteric knowledge in religious texts, and unfortunately it's been taught the other way to everybody. Somebody saying the people who decided to go back to dating or go into dating, online dating, I encourage everybody to be dating, at least to see how other people's reaction has changed to them when they're doing this work. Okay, so this person says, decided to get on a dating site. I haven't tried before. I'm getting so many messages. Before I was used to a dating app and nothing was happening. So many choices. I don't know what to do. Yeah. So when you're doing this work, hit back the dating world just as a measurement. Even if you don't want a relationship, just as a measurement on how people react to you. And you will be very surprised that, the choices will seem like so much more choices, so many more choices. People treat you so much better. Good people come into your life. And just assess that. You don't have to proceed with having relationships. Why do you guys think if you're joining somebody for a coffee or a drink, that means you have to be ready for a relationship? That's not what dating is about. Don't feel like, you have guilt and shame, right? You owe the other person something. It's not what it is. Like, we're supposed to interact and meet with a lot of people in our lives, even previous generations of people. That's what they always did, right? Because there was no online, people didn't really stay at home. They were out meeting each other, meeting each other's friends, interacting with one another at any age, right? Like, people just socialized. This is what it's all about. Let's see. I was just thinking about how the best way to age, and you just answered that. Yeah, I'm glad. That's how I feel about it. I know I'm definitely much better than I was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and I would never go back to, of course, everybody would go back to a younger body anytime, right? If we could all roll back to 18 and have a totally pure body and everything, everybody would roll it. But I swear to God, I would not roll back unless I could keep the mind that I have now. Like, if I had to go back to that mind, forget it. I had 2 non-SP first dates yesterday. Cheers. Not to the shirt guy, I hope. No, that one was a scratch, right? With no guilt and no shame. I'd like preferable working hours. What can I affirm? I work. My schedule is accommodating to the way I want to live life. And my financial situation only improves each and every day. I would keep it super general. I wouldn't say I have a flexible schedule and I only work 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Just associate doing whatever you want in life with earning money. This is what it's all about. I purchased date outfit. Yay! Come on, guys. Dating is fun. Dating is a lot of fun if you do it right. If you don't talk to somebody online for 3 weeks only to find out he's 5'2" and smells like cigarettes, If you don't make mistakes, if you don't emotionally invest yourself in people you don't meet, or before you meet them, it's, All right. This queen says, hello, queens. How do I feel worthy of receiving? How do I remove a limiting belief? I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. What's wrong with me? And I just wanted to address that. It's not, I told you guys this work is simple, but it's not easy. Even identifying the limiting belief that you have can be very difficult for us to admit to ourselves that we have that limiting belief, right? But I want you to consider, if you know you have this limiting belief that you're not worthy, you're not good enough, okay? I want you to watch your speech in the little things on how you view yourself. So what happens is people look in the mirror, and instead of saying, hey, hot stuff, you're happening, they're saying, oh my God, I'm so big. Oh my God, I got cellulite. Oh my God, my breasts are too small. Oh my God, I got a cover here. Ugh, I need some tanning. I'm too light. I have freckles. I need to lighten the freckles. And then they take it from the mirror and then they go to the scale and they're like, I'm so big. My pants don't fit me. I don't, and they say these things to themselves. Then they make a mistake and they're like, I always do this. I'm so stupid. I'm so, so many times we think this limiting belief, I'm not good enough, comes from other people. Maybe your mother said it to you, but if they don't, if they come from other people because they talk down to you in your childhood, then it's almost easier, right? You can just do that mental exercise, go through the trauma and forgive everyone and be like, this was just my mother's idea, but it's not my idea, and I don't have to accept it. That's not the word of God. It was just my mother's idea, right? But the problem is when you had a supportive mother, a supportive father, but what happened is you learned from society to speak to yourself like this, like the way I just spoke to just now. It's your own fault that you became to see yourself as unworthy, right? And it's almost more difficult because now you're not negating your mother's opinion of you. You're negating. You set a standard in your mind to, let's say, what women's supposed to look like, which maybe you did that by looking at society. You compared yourself to that, which I told you guys, never compare to anyone. We create, we don't compete, we don't compare. You compared yourself to that and you decided you fell short of that. And you in your mind now have to completely destroy that image that you have created and replace it with a new one. Now the ego doesn't want that. The ego is very comfortable with you, thinking the body's big, that you're fat, you have cellulite, and you're tell yourself you're stupid. The ego's okay with that, because the ego is only okay with what it knows, and it only reinforces what it knows, and it doesn't want to be replaced by this woman who's wanted and loved, and because that's not who it is. That's another ego. That's another, it's coming to replace the old ego. So the old ego is like, I don't want that. What are you talking about? Don't you remember? You're fat, you're stupid, you don't know how to speak, you don't know, people don't like you. This is who you are, right? So a lot of these conversations are you talking to you based on some incorrect comparisons that you've made in your life. And so the work is with you. The work is with you, right? Like you're going to have to delete. It's like deleting a program and installing another program. This is what that work is all about. Start with the 60-day challenge. What happens with a lot of people who are doing my challenge is they don't stop at 60 days, right? They just keep going. And if you look at, I put some testimonials on the 60-day challenge on my website. People are like, yeah, I restarted like 5 times and I'm feeling better each time. And, this is what the work is all about. The work is all about replacing small parts. You know how our body gets replaced every like 8 months, every single cell of our body would have been replaced and you have a new body every 7 months. Is it 7 months or is it like, I don't remember the exact time, right? And don't ask me how come it's not better than each time if it's renewed. No, because of it's more complicated than that. The cells, they're all replaced with new cells, but the information that's passed on to the new cells degenerates with times, right? The telomeres of each cells actually are shortened and decreased, and the genetic information becomes more and more blurred. And this is why we age, right? But the cells are fully replaced. 7 years. It's 7 years. Yeah, every 7 years we have a new body, but it's not necessarily going to look better than the body from 7 years ago because of what I just said. Let's see. Money is everywhere. Money is everywhere. And don't forget, money doesn't come from the current source you think it comes. This is a fundamental belief that money comes from the source. The concept of money was invented by people, but the energy of money comes from the source. I'm not counting days. I see this as a community that I am picking for myself. Oh, this is so nicely put. Thank you so much. That's really nice. Was there anything? I don't think I can do any more material. I'll save the rest that I have for Thursday night. And look for my announcement on Facebook about the Facebook group live, which I'm just going to do for people who are in my Facebook group. Bring your questions. It will be this week, but I'm going to make an announcement either later today or tomorrow about when it's going to be. I think we're going to start with Wednesday mornings. Queens, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to do the I am a winner tapping. This is the end of the live. If you want to tap with me, you can. Otherwise, you can disconnect, and I'll see you Thursday. My next live is Thursday night at 7 p.m. Yeah, it will be this week, Lisa. It will be this week on Facebook. Because I got 50-50 response, I have to decide on which day. Put your hands together for the I am a winner. One breath. I am a winner. 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 I am a winner.